We're gonna have to do a couple of takes, but okay.
No, it'll be fine.
All right. Say that phrase one more time.
My name is Miranda Means, and Brazosport College is my college of choice.
Hi, I'm Michael Luna, and Brazosport College is my college of choice.
My name is Scott Harkreader, and Brazosport College is my college of choice.
My name is Rochelle Turner, and Brazosport College is my college of choice.
My name is Maddie Myler, and Brazosport College is my college of choice.
My name is Drake Cisneros, and Brazosport College is my college of choice.
Yeah, you're first. Hello, my name is Roberto.
And I'm Santiago.
And Brazosport College is our college of choice.
My name is Bo Yuri, and Brazosport College is my college of choice.
My name is Joshua May, and Brazosport College is my college of choice.
My name is Brian Flores, and Brazosport College is my college of choice.
It was a bunch of blood, sweat, and tears. It means more of a stable future for my son and for myself. I was blessed with a scholarship from CHI Hospital that paid for my nursing program, so I will be contracted with them for 2 years. It's basically given me a future and given my son a future. It's going to help provide stability, and financial needs will be met a lot easier than what they have been in the past.
BC for me has been kind of like that foundation, my foundation for my future, academic future.
A degree from Brazosport College is a future for me. My plans after graduation is being done and getting a job.
A degree from BC means that I finally am going to have that stability and that guide towards a career that I can be happy with and provide for my family. It has provided me with a lot of tools I needed just to advance my career and to be a success.
It means everything to me. I've been wanting to do this all my life and graduate and get my degree. This is what I've been looking forward to for like 2 years now.
BC has helped shape my future in allowing me to obtain a degree, being close to home, which allows me to save money to further my education at a university.
I have something valuable that I can put on my resume and will help me get the career I've been dreaming of.
BC has helped me not only academically achieve greatness and student success, but also personally helping me grow from a very shy person to somebody who works in the Writing Center and helps everybody that they can.
This is my second chance at working harder at my grades and trying to show that I can put my full 100% effort and it pay out. I have had a lot of help throughout BC. Any teacher that I have talked to was there to help me. Any assignment that I needed help with, studying, there was someone there. And I guess as an overall person, I was able to come back to BC with my notes and homework that I've done in the past and can correlate that to my life today. Some people say college isn't for them. College is for everybody. It's going to help you in the long run. It's going to help you with your goals in life, and I would highly recommend anyone to come to BC.
BC has helped shape my future by giving me the set of skills needed to be educationally successful.
It means a better future than my present. It means that I'll be able to provide better for myself and better for my youngest child.
It has given me the knowledge I need to prepare me for a job in management.
An accomplishment that I can show my son he can achieve anything.
When you graduate from here, there's so many other opportunities that lead from here. You know, this is a starting point for a lot of people, especially me. I'm now an RN, and I plan to get my BSN, and hopefully that program will be here soon. I'm 33, and so, you know, I have children already, and they're teenagers, so I think setting a good example for them is number one, and that's what I wanted to do, was set a good example.
It's given me better opportunities, such as receiving 2 different degrees, my Associates of Science and now my Bachelor's in Health Service Management, and it's helped me transition into the working world.
BC means to me a lot because it allowed me to get my bachelor's degree. This degree not only helped me prepare for my next step, but it also given me the skills that I need for the working world.
To me, the degree from BC means that it's another goal accomplished for my future.
It means that I was able to accomplish my goal whenever I left high school. I was able to, go to college and get an actual degree from college. It's given me a great opportunity to meet a lot of people who are in the plant field and try to expand with them and try to get inside as well.
It means everything. It means the start of my future, and it means I can set my goals and keep going.
It means everything to me, but it mainly means a sense of accomplishment, something that I worked hard for and I achieved.
It helped me to become a better person.
I was able to have the opportunity to co-op, so definitely that was a really good thing because it gave me the hands-on for the career of my choice as well.
It means a whole lot to me, but not just for me, but also for my family, because my family, they've never gone to college, and so just for them to see that I've gone to get my degree, it means a whole lot to them more than it does to me.
I would tell them to do it. It's kind of hard to get anywhere in life without a college degree nowadays, so just do what you feel that you're best at.
I will tell you, you will not regret the decision. From going to college, you're able to broaden your future.
First step is just go talk to a counselor and see what your options are.
To find a friend to study with.
Try to be active in some place in the college, in the campus. That way you have like a personal belonging someplace in the area.
I would tell them that college can be an overwhelming experience, but Brazosport College has an amazing staff to get you through it.
Especially at BC, there are so many resources for anybody who needs help in anything, from writing, math, or just somebody to kind of help them figure out what's going on in the college world and not to be afraid to ask for that help.
My daughter's a good example, and I told her, go local first. Get a feel for it, do the 2-year, and then you can branch out to a university.
That if it's what they really want to do, no matter what happens, they can do it. It wasn't my time whenever I was younger, but now here I am, 46 years old, getting my degree.
Don't ignore this place just because it's, right by you. It's been very helpful, and I think it's a great way to get your foot in the door.
You'll come across some tough things in life, but you just gotta keep going.
Don't think about it, do it.
Don't think twice about it.
Stop thinking about it and do it. Believe in yourself, go forward and make it happen.
Just do it.
I would tell them just to do it. It only takes a few minutes. Just come up to college and out of your time and just get it done, and you'll go somewhere.
I would tell someone to go ahead and do it because time moves fast.
Just do it.
Just do it. I started the process going back to school when I was 41, and I will get my first college degree at 45 as a single mom. So if I can do it, anybody can do it. Just start taking one class at a time, get your feet wet, and once you do the one class, you'll be hooked and you'll want more.
Ladies and gentlemen, the faculty and staff of Brazosport College. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2018 Brazosport College graduating class.
Please remain standing. Good afternoon. I'm Millicent Vallick, president of Brazosport College, and it gives me great pleasure to welcome you to our 2018 commencement ceremony. Today's activities serve as the culmination of a successful path of study and persistence for our graduates and their families and friends. We are now going to be led in an invocation given by Michael Akers, Global Local Ministry for Brazos Point Fellowship. After the invocation, please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance to be led by Tony Wortham, President of the Brazosport College Student Government Association.
Good afternoon. Let's pray. Father, we are grateful just to be here this afternoon. And God, we're grateful for just a beautiful day you've provided for us to celebrate just the life of this graduating class and their accomplishment today. Lord, we just pray that you would be with it. Lord, we also are just grateful for how you've provided for each one of us, and especially these graduates with family and friends and support that have been behind them. And Lord, we just pray for this graduating class as they go on into the next step of their life or their career or their academic pursuit. Lord, we just pray for that. And we just ask that as you just guide them and lead them in those steps, Lord, that they would just acknowledge you in that. Lord, we also just pray that you would just keep them safe and allow them to have ease when it comes to finding a job and whatever else that they may have in their future. God, we're so grateful for this country and for this place. Lord, we just are thankful for you for giving it to us, Lord. And we just pray that you be with us and continue to be with us as this ceremony continues. It's in Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Good afternoon, everybody. Please join me as we face for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
You may be seated. Well, good afternoon and welcome. We are so glad that all of you are here for this joyous occasion. My name is Serena Andrews, and I'm Vice President of College Advancement at Brazosport College. I want to add my personal congratulations to all of our graduates this afternoon. On behalf of the Brazosport College faculty and staff members, I can say without a doubt that we are so very proud of you and all that you have accomplished. It is my privilege this afternoon to introduce those who are seated on the stage and also the special guests seated in the audience. I would like to begin with those on the stage, starting with the first row of guests behind me on my right, which is your left. I would ask each person to stand as I call your name, and then you may be seated. Please hold your applause until all are introduced. Mrs. Carolyn Johnson, Chair, Board of Regents, Brazosport College. Dr. Millicent Vallick, President, Brazosport College. Dr. Ramon Reza, Commencement Speaker. Mrs. Ann Bartlett, Vice President, Industry and Community Resources. Dr. David Marshall, Vice President, Business Services and CFO. Dr. Linda Villanueva, Provost and Vice President, Academic and Student Affairs. Mr. Marshall Campbell, Vice President, Human Resources. On the upper row, again starting to the far end to my right, members of our Board of Regents and faculty. Mr. Jason Cordoba, Mrs. Lucilla Henderson, Mr. Robert Perryman, Mrs. Sharon Rogers, Mr. Steve Solis, Mr. Danny Yates, and the 2017 Teaching Excellence Award recipient, BC faculty member Jerry James. Please join me in recognizing our platform guest this afternoon. We also have a number of special guests seated in the front section to my right. These include guests of our platform party, individuals who have a part in today's program, and members of the Brazosport College Foundation. Please join me in welcoming our guest. At this time, please welcome Ann Bartlett to the podium, who has the honor of introducing today's commencement speaker, Mrs. Bartlett.
It is my privilege to introduce our 2018 commencement speaker, Dr. Ramon Reza. Dr. Reza was raised in the tiny community of Goshen, California, near Fresno. He was raised by his grandparents as one of 15 children. His world was one of poverty, neglect, abuse, and total disregard for education. As a child, he struggled with low self-esteem, a speech impediment, recurring depression, and prejudice. Dr. Reza credits his grade school teachers with opening his eyes to the idea of going to college and becoming a doctor. Through Dr. Reza's public appearances, his keynote speeches, his blogs, and his book, Dr. Reza has educated and inspired parents, students, educators, medical professionals, and business groups across the country to keep hopes and dreams alive, even when there's no visible evidence that our dreams can come true. In a recent presentation in Carmel, retired Supreme Court Justice Sandra Day O'Connor had this to say about Dr. Reza's talk. Dr. Reza inspires all who know him. And after reading his book, she wrote to Dr. Reza and said, "I have now had a chance to read your book. It is splendid. It inspires the reader in many ways. I hope millions have a chance to read it. Congratulations on making your life an inspiration. Sincerely, Sandra O'Connor." Upon completing his medical education, Dr. Reza returned to the San Joaquin Valley to open his pediatric practice in Porterville, California, where he has spent 3 decades working with poor and underserved children, like the child he was. Please help me welcome Dr. Reza.
I'm very nervous. I don't do this professionally. I'm just a pediatrician, after all. You know, I started speaking after when my son was applying for college. In the college application, it asked for his dad's occupation. He put down doctor, but he asked, the application asked for his previous occupation, and my son didn't know, so he came up and said, "Dad, where were you before you were a doctor?" And I started to answer him, and I realized I did not have an answer because I was just a farm worker, and a farm worker was considered nothing. I've been in the field since the age of 3, picking oranges where I live now, picking grapes in 105-degree temperature, picking cotton in the fog, and been told that that's all I ever going to amount to. My mother had 5 kids before she was 21, and she gave us away. We all have the same father, but we don't know who he is. She gave us to her family. She said we're our maternal grandparents, which just wasn't true. And they took us in because not that they cared, but they needed more hands in the fields. This became apparent to me when my brother Domingo told me recently how when we were younger, he was in and out of the hospital all the time with a GI disorder. We'd be in there for weeks at a time. And one morning when we were home before we went to work at 5 o'clock in the morning, and we're sleeping on the floor, because with 50 kids, you just sleep wherever you can. And he overheard my grandparents talking, and my grandfather told my grandmother, "Why did you bring him home? He's useless to me." But I knew that if I didn't work my butt off, I was going to be given away again. And I was going to be the best little farm worker boy I could. But then I was lucky. I had a 2nd grade teacher, and she took a look at this little dirty Mexican boy, and I was a dirty little Mexican boy because I stunk. And sometimes in my office, I see a little kid that comes in and they smell, And it brings back the memory of how I used to smell, because when you don't have hot running water and you have an outhouse and you don't bathe, that's the way you are. But not only that, it's because at home, because of all the kids sleeping all over the place and the adults there, we were witnessing the other kids getting molested. So not only did I feel dirty on the inside, I felt dirty on the outside, I felt dirty on the inside. But for some reason, the second grade teacher, she took one look at me, she said, "You should go to college." And why she would say that, I don't know, because in my family, if you graduated from 8th grade, you were considered very intelligent. But I thought, wow, whatever that is, I want to do it. Then I was going to my 3rd grade class, and the teacher there just put me in the back of the room because I'm a Mexican kid, and that's where Mexican kids belong. Then I was going to my 4th grade class. And if I thought my 3rd grade teacher was bad, my 4th grade teacher, I thought she was a witch, because she had the wily hair and the beady little eyes and the hair coming out of the mold. And she carried a ruler with her in the playground, because if you spoke Spanish, she would whack you over the head, because that was not allowed. We were made to forget our language. We were made to forget that my name was Ramon. It was now Raymond. But for some reason, she put me in the front of the class, and she made me realize something. I had intelligence. And she gave me a great report card, and I ran home to show my guardians that I was worthy of more than being a farm worker. My grandmother took one look at my report card and said, "Go get me some cigarettes." She could care less if I had an education or not. But I knew my teachers cared. So I made it my job to be the best student I could at Goshen Elementary School. And that wasn't very hard, because there were only 25 of us. But then when it came time to do the valedictorian speech, the principal called me into the office and he said, "Because of your stutter and your stammer, and you don't speak English very well, we're going to have somebody else do the graduation speech." And I thought, that's great, because I do not want to do this. But then when the high school counselor came to give us advice on courses, and I told him I wanted to go to college, he said, "You're not smart enough. I'm putting you in wood shop where you belong. And you can get a job in the factories." This man was 6'5", 250 pounds, and he was white. And my grandfather said, "You never talk back to a white man. He controls your job. He can control our destinies." But I did. I said, "I really want to go to college." He said, "Fine, I will put you in college prep courses, but I can guarantee you're going to fail." And sure enough, my first day at Redwood High School in Visalia, California, I stepped into the classroom and I realized he was right. I did not belong there. Those kids looked so different from me. They acted different from me. And they had something I didn't have. They had parents. You know, I had 15 brothers and sisters. I did not know they existed because of what was going on at home. I had a dream to go to college, but I also knew that I was never going to reach that dream. I was planning on committing suicide. And if it wasn't for 3 high school friends that stood by me every day of my life when I was in high school, I wouldn't be here today. And they're still my friends to this day. And the other thing that happened is one day this young man showed up from UC Santa Cruz. And he said, "I can show you how you can go to college." And one weekend when I wasn't working in the fields, I went to UC Santa Cruz. And for the first time in my life, I saw the ocean, I saw the beach, I saw hope. I said, "Well, how do I get in here?" I said, "Well, you have to fill out an application and fill out financial records." So I went home, I told my grandparents, I found a way I can go to college. My grandmother took one look at me and said, "You bastard, you're not going anywhere. We took you in when nobody else wanted you, and you're going to stay here and work in the factories and pay us back." I worked my butt off since I was the age of 3, and I didn't take a dime from them, but she expected me to pay her back. So my senior year of high school, I moved out of my home. I'm not sure what would have happened to me, but my biology teacher found out my situation. And he did something else for me, that he found me an apartment. Plus, you know, I keep telling people I've had 2 jobs in my life. I was a farm worker and a doctor. But my senior year of high school, I was a janitor. And I cleaned the gymnasium, and I cleaned the classrooms, and I did yard work. And I waited to see whether I would ever get into UC Santa Cruz. And in the spring of that year, Domingo, my brother, brought a letter to my apartment. I opened it up. I had been accepted, the first one in the history of my family ever to be accepted to college. But I still thought, that's a pipe dream. Not going to happen. In the fall of that year, I showed up at UC Santa Cruz, and this young man asked for my name. I said, "Ramon Reza." He says, "Here you are, 203 Galileo." I had reached my dream. I was a college student. And, you know, during high school, because of the abuse and what was going on and the shame that I felt, I never dated. I never talked to girls. But wouldn't you know it, my first class, anthropology, I look behind me and I see this gorgeous girl. I thought, wow. couple of days later, I saw her in the courtyard, and I went up to her. I had the courage to go up to her. I said, "Are you Mexican?" And she said, "No." I said, "That's okay." But I knew I was in love, and I was going to marry her. One problem: she had a boyfriend, 6 foot tall, 200 pounds. His father was a doctor, his mom was a doctor, and they lived in the richest county of California. And here I am, a scrawny little Mexican farm worker boy with long hair and a bandana, and we're marching with Cesar Chavez, and we're taking over the chancellor's office, and we're becoming very militant. So what chance did I have with this girl? But 3 months after I met her, she came to my dorm, and I asked her, "What are you doing here?" She said, "I came to tell you something." I said, "What's that?" I said, "I wanted to tell you I broke up with Kirk." I said, "Why did you do that?" "Because I realized I'm in love with you, and that's the first time in my life I had ever heard those words." And we've been married for 42 years now. I was going to take her home to meet my family. I forgot to mention my mother, after she gave us away, she got married and had 7 more. Actually, I just found out recently she never got married. She just had 7 more. But I was going to take her home to meet my family. But on Christmas Eve, my stepfather, or whatever you want to call him, he had an accident in the farm. He went to the emergency room. They don't go back to work. There's nothing wrong with you. He died of a brain hemorrhage. My Aunt Helen had breast cancer. She went to go see her doctor. She said, "They treated me like dirt. I'd rather die." And she died. So here I am in college. I have no idea what I want to do with my life. So I decided, you know what, maybe I should go be a doctor. So I went up to my college advisor and I said, "I decided I want to go to medical school." He said, "You're not smart enough." So I dropped him as my advisor. I asked some people who I knew what classes to take to go to medical school. And during high school, I never took any of the classes required for medical school. I didn't take physics or calculus or chemistry or anything. So they told me I had to take chemistry. And I took chemistry, and the first thing I did is I flunked it. Thought, well, there goes that dream. But I realized I really wanted to be a doctor. So I went back and I took chemistry again. And with the help of tutors, I was able to pass all my prerequisites: the physics, the organic chemistry, the calculus. And it was not until recently that I found out that my son, when he was in college, he never told me. He never told me. He tutored kids in college in the same subjects that I needed help with. But that was what helped me get into an interview at UC Irvine. And this is during the time of affirmative action, when only 1% of medical students were made up of minorities. But they gave me an opportunity to apply, and I was granted an interview. And they asked me one simple question: "Why do you want to be a doctor?" I said, "I want to be a doctor so I can go home and be a role model for the kids that remind me of the kid I used to be." And I think that's the only thing that got me into medical school. About a week after we started medical school, we had one of the Anglo students came up to us, and she said, "We overheard the professors talking, and they said, you people don't belong here. And they got to do everything in their power to make sure you quit or you fail." And believe me, every single day I wanted to quit because I felt like a failure. But one day I received a letter from an aunt of mine, Lucinda. He said, "Ramon, we knew you were smart, but we thought that you would just have an indoor job and maybe wear a shirt and tie. But for you to be a doctor, for anybody in our family to be a doctor, that's impossible." So I knew I couldn't quit. I couldn't fail. So again, with the help of tutors, I was able to pass and graduate from medical school at UC Irvine. And I was going to start my internship program. And on the way home, I was going to go to a party. My family, they were having a party, but the party wasn't for me. The party was for my sisters and my aunts. Every single woman in my family had a baby as a teenager or out of wedlock. And there were 3 new babies at home, so I went to go home and see them. And while I was there playing with the babies, I heard in the background my grandmother and my mother, "My son, the doctor." No, he's my son. I was so angry at them. I went up to both of them and said, "Neither one of you is my mother." And I left to start my internship program at UC San Francisco, Fresno. And if I thought medical school was hard, I mean, the first days, we have a 2-year-old that drowns in a foot of water. We have a 7-month-old we can't start an IV in after trying for hours and hours, and he dies. We have a 2-pound baby that just dies on us. And every single day that was happening over and over and over, and I started getting stress headaches. But about a month after I started, I get a call from home. My sister Annette was married to an abusive alcoholic man, just like every single woman in my family. She decided she had had enough. She was going to leave him. She took off to my brother Dennis' house. he tracked her down into Danny's house. Danny tried to stop him at the door. He pulled out a gun and shot Danny in the head and killed him in front of his 2 kids. Tracked Ned down in the bedroom and shot her in front of her 2 kids and killed her and took off to Mexico, never to be seen again. I was given a couple of days leave from my work for the funerals. And when I was there, I realized something. That in my selfishness to make something of myself, I had abandoned my own family. I wasn't there for them. So I went back to my internship and I quit. But about a month after that, my daughter Marina was born. And I realized, as I held her in my arms, this was no longer about me. This is about what I could do for her. I went up and I begged for my job back, and they gave it back to me. And anytime I wanted to quit, all I had to do is hold my little girl in my arms and realize this was for her. I finished my residency program, and I moved to Porterville, California, where I've been practicing for 30 years. My daughter Marina now, she graduated from UC Santa Cruz. She's an actress and a therapist. My son Joshua graduated first of his class in junior high school, and they allowed him to do the valedictorian speech. He graduated first in his class at high school. He was admitted to MIT, Harvard, Stanford, with a full ride at UCLA and Berkeley. But I made the mistake of telling him if he got into Stanford, I would pay it his way. So guess where he chose to go? Stanford. He said he was never going to go into medicine. He ended up going to UC San Francisco Medical School. He said he was never going to be a pediatrician. Last July, he graduated from residency program in pediatrics from Brown University. People ask me, why did I go through all the struggles? Because I knew someday I was going to have children, and I wanted to make their lives different from mine. And I look out in front of me, and I look at you, and I realize you guys are making a difference. I saw a little girl come up to her mom or her aunt earlier, and believe me, you are making a difference in her life. All of you should be proud of what you have to accomplish, because it takes a special person. Now please go out in this world and make a difference. Thank you.
Dr. Ressa, thank you for your words of wisdom for our 2018 graduates and their guests. Graduates, I congratulate each one of you on your accomplishments and am certain that as you move on to future endeavors, you will maintain the standards of performance which have brought you here this afternoon. Will the candidates for the baccalaureate degree please rise? President Valak, on behalf of the faculty, I certify that these candidates will have fulfilled the requirements of Brazosport College and the state of Texas for the designated baccalaureate degree and recommend that the appropriate degree be conferred.
By the authority granted by the Board of Regents of Brazosport College and the laws of the state of Texas, I hereby confer on each of you, upon successful completion of all requirements, the Bachelor's of Applied Technology degree with all the rights and privileges appertaining thereto. It is now time to officially move your tassel from the right to the left side, a tradition which signifies this most important milestone. You may now be seated. Will each candidate please come forward as your name is called so the Brazosport College Board of Regents Chair, Mrs. Carolyn Johnson, may present your degree.
Receiving the Bachelor's of Applied Technology and Health Services Management, Melissa J. Brown, cum laude. Stephanie Crowder, cum laude. Cherie Yvette Ford, cum laude. Cristina Garza. Joe R. Gonzalez. Jasmine Gabrielle Gray. Kelby Lanier. Dennis M. Marshall, magna cum laude. Shelby Porter. Eloisa Leanne Sanchez, cum laude. Rosanna Marie Lepitan Sason, cum laude. Savannah Shea Stewart, summa cum laude. Alexis Woodruff, cum laude. Receiving the the Bachelor's of Applied Technology and Industrial Management, Andres Acosta. Rosa Elena Arechiga, cum laude. Amanda Nicole Bazan, cum laude. Catherine Pena Bermea. Janessa Castor. Clara Danhouse, magna cum laude. Trisha Lynn Elliott, magna cum laude. Lacey Renee Hardesty. Brad J. Hardy, summa cum laude. James Bradford Hurd. Mary Ashley Hennenberg. Michael D. Hurley, summa cum laude. Kelsey Elizabeth Keebler. Russell Luna. Carla Vanessa Martinez, magna cum laude. Laura R. Morton, summa cum laude. Valerie Michelle Hardawin Mullins. Wade Allen O'Brien, magna cum laude. Nidia Yanes Olvera. Heather L. Byers Gates, magna cum laude. James Leonard Qualls, cum laude. Victoria Michelle Ramirez. Jose Francisco Rios, Jr. Cameron Allen Shaw. Catherine Armentor Sewell. Angela Rose Stapleton Moss. Kathy Straughter. Karen Arlette Torrance, cum laude. Shannon Ryan Vincent. Morgan Taylor Ware. Jeremy Grant Woody. Stephen Anthony Zavala. Will the candidates for the Associate of Applied Sciences degrees please rise? President Valak, on behalf of the faculty, I certify that these candidates will have fulfilled the requirements of Brazosport College and the state of Texas for the designated Associate of Applied Science degree and recommend that the appropriate degree be conferred.
By the authority granted by the Board of Regents of Brazosport College and the laws of the state of Texas, I hereby confer on each of you, upon successful completion of all requirements, the designated Associate of Applied Science degree with all the rights and privileges appertaining thereto. It is now time to officially move your tassel from the right side to the left side, a tradition which signifies this most important milestone. You may be seated. Now will the candidates for the Associate of Applied Science degree come forward so the Brazosport College Board of Regents Chair, Ms. Carolyn Johnson, may present your degree.
Receiving the Associate of Applied Science and Automotive Technology, Ismael Rodriguez. Receiving the Associate of Applied Science and Chemical Technology, Miguel Angel Acuna. Taki Jure Bell. Aaron J. Billings. Reefin Kai, magna cum laude. Rigoberto Cardenas, cum laude. Ruben Castañeda. Adam Demetrius Cruz, Jr. Curtis Duane Davis. Thelma Raquel Del Villar, cum laude. We'll wait until they're done. Hold on. Kevin Tyler Elliott, magna cum laude. Adam El Yusuf. Martha Alicia Espinosa. Teresa R. Espinosa. Juan Alberto Fernandez. Eduardo Garcia Jr. Angela Marie Garza. Luis Angel Gonzalez. Tyrell Gregory Griffin. Patrick Scott Haynes, cum laude. Christina Juarez. Wendy Lynn Leja. Alejandro Martinez, magna cum laude. Matthew Colin McGuire, cum laude. Philip Sherman Reyna. Pedro Reyna. Donald Robb, magna cum laude. Vanessa Silva Rodriguez. Derek Richard Ruby. Tessa Marie Rufinacht. Kelly Renee Short. Nikisha Renee Stredick. Nancy Elizabeth Sutu Salazar, cum laude. Blas Torres, Jr. Jessica Vasquez. Praxedes Villanueva, Jr. Jamichael Richard Walker. Alexander Heath Williams, magna cum laude. Alvin Isaiah Williams, cum laude. Summer Marie Wilson, summa cum laude. Receiving the Associate of Applied Science in Computer Technology, Nathan Dwayne Christopher, magna cum laude. Heather Lynn Kuhn, cum laude. Gavin L. Gates, cum laude. Enoch Caleb Quintanilla. Receiving the Associate of Applied Science in Criminal Justice, Leslie Nicole Jackson. Receiving the Associate of Applied Science in Drafting Technology, Drake Cisneros. Casey May Collinsworth. Michelle Mariah Contreras. Shannon Garza. Megan Lee Johnson. William Bradley McNeil. Jonathan Perez. Trey Waylon Wilbanks, magna cum laude. Receiving the Associate of Applied Science in Early Childhood Development, Karen Armstrong Matthews. Receiving the Associate of Applied Science in Industrial and Commercial Construction, Amy Lee Archuleta, magna cum laude. Genesis Lee Merchant, magna cum laude. Receiving the Associate of Applied Science in Industrial and Commercial Electricity, John Paul Cardenas, summa cum laude. Jorge Isaí Cárdenas. Colby Dyer Crisp, cum laude. Rachel Lynn Heine, summa cum laude. Michael Ryan Lease, cum laude. Receiving the Associate of Applied Science in Instrumentation Technology, Anthony Gilbert Alvarado. Regina R. Avila, summa cum laude. Robert Lee Beasley III. Hello. Billy Brian Brunson. Jennifer Gwen Capello. Aaron Carrizales. Nicole Cheryl Clem. Jerry Lee Cosme. George Horacio Elizondo Jr. Andres Flores Jr. Saul Garces. Connor Graham, cum laude. Danzig Michael Hampton, cum laude. Michael Brewster Hearns. Christopher Kumar Khosla. Cody Lee Kruger, cum laude. Alexiv Samuel Jesus Martinez. Eduardo Martinez. Ty Dakota Martinez. Trey Thomas McLean. Alex Joseph Mesker, cum laude. Fernando Montes de Oca. Clayton Todd Nagler. Ryan Matthew Oliveres. Wesley Tyler Polk. John Pablo Peña. Jim Thorpe Powers. Omar Serrano. Corey Allen Spivey. Larry Jean Thomas, Jr. Michael Dwayne Torrance, Jr. Enrique Vera, Jr. People are starting to get poked in the eye with those tassels. Miguel L. Williams. Ryan Paul Wojcik. Receiving the Associate of Applied Science in Machine Technology and Millwright, Elric Dwayne Alexander, summa cum laude. Shannon DeAndre Amy. Dallas Lawson Crocker. Ernest Victor Hoffman, cum laude. Receiving the Associate of Applied Science in Nursing, Tiffany Chantrell Alexander. Brandy Nicole Burrell, magna cum laude. James Tyler Bryson, cum laude. Vanessa Dawn Calcote, summa cum laude. Cassandra Dolores Day. Olivia Sue Kendall. Belinda Martinez. Danny Martinez, Jr. Rita Gloria Zavala Horta. Melanie D. Morales Polston, summa cum laude. Amanda Lee Prokish, cum laude. Jessica Marie Reyes. Amber Delina Roberts. Jacqueline Guadalupe Simpson. Angelina Soto. Sheila Renee Tarrant. Lacey K. Wagaspack. LaDonna L. Webster. Angela Williams, cum laude. Receiving the Associate of Applied Science in Office Administration, Nicole Aguilar. Marissa Lisette Arevalo. Kathy Michelle Cadillo, cum laude. Isis Ileana Delgado. Elicia Marie Jimenez. Isabel Jimenez. Monica Martin. Alyssa Elaine Perez. Jessica Avalos Ruiz. Yanet Sanchez. It's okay. Receiving the Associate of Applied Science in Safety, Health, and Environmental Management, Brian Cantrell. Tony Ortiz. Mendy Cervantes Vrajel. Receiving the Associate of Applied Science in Welding Technology, Zachary Weldon Dodds. William Robert Foster, magna cum laude. And last but not least, Eduardo Renteria, summa cum laude.
Family and friends of today's graduates, thank you for being here this afternoon to share this celebration with your special graduate. We recognize the importance of your support, not only today, but also throughout the entire educational process. So on behalf of all of our graduates, a heartfelt thanks to you. Class of 2018, along with the support system of family and friends, there are also other people who have played major roles in your success. The strength and quality of any college educational program is in its faculty and staff. These are the men and women who have dedicated their professional lives to students, the learning process, and the principles of helping people achieve success. At Brazosport College, we are blessed with an outstanding faculty and staff. I would ask that they stand and be recognized and that you join me in acknowledging their contributions to your education. Faculty and staff. Thank you. Class of 2018, on behalf of the Board of Regents and the faculty and staff, I offer my sincere congratulations to all of you gathered here this afternoon. You've worked hard to achieve this goal, and we commend you on your efforts. We wish you the best in all of your future endeavors, whether they be transferring to another college, entering the job market, or whatever may be your end goal. Always remember, though, that now Brazosport College is your alma mater and was your college of choice. Would the class of 2018 stand and turn and face the guests for one last round of applause from the audience gathered in your honor? Thank you. You may be seated. Immediately after the recessional, there will be a reception honoring our graduates in the lobby of this building, located just outside the back doors. Each of you are invited to attend, and if you desire to take pictures of the graduates, you may meet them after the recessional in the lobby. We ask your help with this part. We know you're anxious to meet up with your graduate, but audience, please remain seated until the recessional is complete and all of the graduates have left this room. Family and graduates can then meet in the lobby and enjoy the reception. Thank you.